Random lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy, back again with the second upload of the day. And this one we're gonna focus on who could Arsenal's next signings be after signing in Ben White and of course Nuno Tavares and Albert Lokonga. The question now is, in the last 20 days of the window, in the last fortnight, because it's more like a fortnight. The other 6 days you've got to prepare for Chelsea, you've got to prepare for Spurs, you've got to prepare for Brentford, and a couple of other games that actually follow after Brentford. So it's gonna be a very busy month. August is gonna be a very busy month. One, we have the first games that are very difficult. City's in there, Chelsea's in there, Brentford away from home is in there, and a couple of other games. Spurs is in there. And then you have to complete the transfer window because we have not actually finished our priorities in the market. But as well, we have some preseason games that are not so easy as well, including Chelsea and Spurs. So how is Arsenal prepared in the last 20 days? Who are we looking at and who are our next targets? Well enough, we have brought in some of the players that we needed, a centre back, a backup midfielder, and also a backup left back. But we still need a backup goalkeeper. We do still need in a central midfielder, an attacking midfielder, as well as a right back. So the question now is, how close is Arsenal and what are our next signings? Where do we go from Ben White? Where do we go from Lokonga? And where do we go from Nuno Tavares? That is what I'm going to discuss and smash in this video. So make sure I do hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe right about now. And obviously turn on the notification bell so that don't miss anything from this African boy, because it is always top-notch content. Let's get the party started. So to begin the party, it's been confirmed that two players that have been believed to live in the club are actually in preparations to stay at the Emirates Stadium. I'm not talking about anyone else. I'm talking about two players that Arsenal looks to sign on longer deals to stay at the Emirates Stadium: Granit Xhaka and Hector Bellerin. So don't be surprised, people, if Arsenal don't sign in a new central midfielder. Don't be surprised if we do not sign in a new right back. Arsenal are actually looking at their next signings as contract extensions to Hector Bellerin. It's been reported by The Guardian, and we spoke about it yesterday a little bit in depth. It's been reported by The Guardian that Arsenal have met the representatives of Hector Bellerin in order to extend his contract. The club is very optimistic that Bellerin will actually buy into the idea of staying at the club for a longer period of time. They could give him more years on his contract. Currently it runs down in 2023, and they could also give him more money. The big question is, what has Hector Bellerin done at this football club to deserve a higher, a pay rise? What has he done to deserve more money? The other one is Granit Xhaka. It's the same situation. Arsenal are focused and are very optimistic that they will get Xhaka convinced to stay, give him another contract extension and also a pay rise. Again, another big question: what has Granit Xhaka done to deserve a pay rise at Arsenal? Those are the first two targets Arsenal is working on at the moment. They're looking to add Granit Xhaka and Hector Bellerin long-term contracts. The other two options we are looking at is Lautaro Martinez and Bruno Guimaraes. Now, Lautaro Martinez, of course, plays with Inter Milan. Like I've reported this early morning, Arsenal had agreed to pay around 70 million euros for Lautaro Martinez. However, the player is not yet convinced of the idea of joining Arsenal and the Premier League. It is reported the player would want to play far away from the Premier League, either stay in Italy or go to Spain. Now, at the moment, you don't have a club that is more interested in him, much interested in him in Spain. Atletico Madrid, I don't think they will take him. Madrid are struggling, as well as Barcelona are also struggling financially. So it doesn't seem like he's gonna go to Spain anytime soon. The other options he can't join are from Inter Milan, could be Juventus, could be PSG. PSG is not interested in him at the moment. So it looks like it's either staying at Inter Milan, he's staying in Italy, or making a move to the Premier League. In the Premier League, Arsenal is interested, and it is believed Arsenal are very prepared to pay around 70 million euros. 70 million euros to get Lautaro Martinez at the football club. The big question that I would love to ask you people: do you think Arsenal should splash that 70 million euros on one player, Lautaro Martinez? The other player is Bruno Guimaraes, and Lautaro Martinez and Bruno Guimaraes could actually cost us around 110 or 120 million euros altogether. Bruno Guimaraes is a playmaker at Lyon. We all know that. We've spoken about him. You know, he play in that central midfield role, or the number 8, or the box to box, depending on what you want to call it. Lyon are open to selling, but they will not negotiate below 40 million euros. They are saying if a club doesn't have 40 million euros, we are not actually willing to negotiate with anyone for Lautaro, for Bruno Guimaraes. But it will be a very, very great addition, by the way. Very, very good addition, especially at the time when you have the Manuel Locatelli deal collapsing and the others. You could have Bruno Guimaraes as a very great addition to that Arsenal side. Of course, in August we are also focused on Ruben Neves as well. Fabrizio Romano did give us an update, a very big update, saying that Arsenal will actually look at at bringing in Ruben Neves in August if all the other options do fail. But at the moment, he is not a top priority. He's not on top of the list. Actually, we're looking at very, very different options in that area. But Ruben Neves deal could actually happen in August if we fail to get in all other options. Of course, in the the other player that I love to speak about is Aaron Ramsdale. Now, this one is very interesting. It's very, very interesting, the situation between Arsenal and Aaron Ramsdale. The first thing you have to know is Ramsdale will cost us more than 28 million pounds. Actually, Sheffield United are looking at a bid, at an offer in excess of 29. They're looking at around 32 million pounds. That is what they want for the young goalkeeper. Highly rated, lots of potential. Arsenal would love to bring him in. In case Bernd Leno decides to leave in the next summer, if he decides to leave the club in the next summer, then we shall have Aaron Ramsdale step up as our first choice goalkeeper. 32 million pounds. Yes, it could be part of our next signings, and I reckon this one will happen. For some reason, I reckon this one will happen. I think Arsenal will sign in Aaron Ramsdale. It's not going to be an easy one. It won't be an easy one, especially with the price and things like that. Arsenal now looking at going back with for the likes of Onana, going back for the likes of Sam Johnston. But Sheffield United is still focused and optimistic and convinced Arsenal will pay the money. Those are our next targets after Ben White, Lokonga, and Nuno Tavares. Smash a like on the video. I'll speak to you in the next one. Now, many people are going to ask me, Cossy, you've not talked about James Maddison. You've not talked about Tammy Abraham and a couple of others. James Maddison, the deal is not, at the moment, it looks like far from happening. Maybe the other player we can consider is Martin Odegaard, because with Martin Odegaard, if Madrid open up to selling, Arsenal will give them the money. At the moment, that is all I had to offer. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, let me know what you think about these transfer targets in the comment box, and I'll speak to you as soon as possible. Sign out for now. WHTE.